It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Washington Commanders and the Minnesota Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Carter, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft out of USC. It's Sam Darnold.
And this is the opportunity Sam Darnold's been working for. I mean, to resurrect his career after some struggles early on in New York. He's had a bit of a mixed bag, but there is no mistaking the physical talent, the arm strength, the ability to play quarterback at a high level. He has it all. There's a reason he was drafted where he was, Mike, and I think Minnesota has themselves a sleeper here at the quarterback position.
Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger...
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
These are tough situations. You want to stay out of 2nd and real long. You figure it's going to be a pass, but this is a nice changeup by the play caller. He keeps the ball on the ground, picks up a good gain, and now this 3rd down got a whole lot more manageable.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Olamide Zaccheaus deep to return. Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Daniels to throw on second down. Now pass deep for McLaurin. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Vikings offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it once more with Jones.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll put Addison in motion. Play fake to Jones, and now Darnold. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
They run straight ahead with Jones. And he'll be near a first down, but he's going to come up about a yard short.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Here's third down and a few inches. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot, then there's a medium zone option, and then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of downs. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. He connects with Jordan Addison. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
That's caught left side by Hawkinson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. That's caught once again by Hawkinson. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Jones. And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That one, take it in. Jordan Addison, touchdown Minnesota.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
On now for the extra point, here's Will Reichert. He's got it. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Riker it out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense ready for their second possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. On the zone read, here's Daniels. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner, the quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
A run here with the veteran. It's Austin Eckler. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught by Eckler. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. The RPO, this one to McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down, but there is a flag on the field. You wonder if that was a push-off. Throwing on 2nd down, Daniel. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Tress Way now. He's on for the 2nd time to try to get something inside the 10. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Vikings offense and Jordan Addison getting ready to get back on the field. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Darnold. His throw left side is complete. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Open man downfield, it's Addison. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Darnold. That one caught by Hawkinson. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll try the left side with Jones. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. Here now, 3rd and 5. Darnold to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Reichard had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniels. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. They'll throw with Daniels. That pass taken in by McLaurin. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That's to McLaurin. They connect again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Daniels gonna throw again. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Commanders. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Seibert's extra point is true. And the Commanders are on the board. It's 10-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Vikings offense going to take over just before the half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. A short one taken by Hawkinson.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
One final throw before the break. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. So we're at halftime with just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. The Vikings got a solid first-half outing by their veteran quarterback, Sam Darnold. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Robinson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. On the option, here's Robinson. Robinson, a 1st down and more. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Commanders' 14-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. Good for a Commanders' 1st down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Eckler now on 1st and 10. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Here's 3rd and 2. Third and 2. Here's Daniels. And he'll take it on in. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Here's Seibert now for the point after. He's got it. And the Commanders are on top. It's 14-10. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Again, it's Jones. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Jonathan Allen, the big man from the interior, with the stop. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He's going to let one fly for Addison.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Daniels. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll do so with first and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Frankie Louvu there to make the play defensively. Here's second and 9. Up the middle, here's Jones. And he'll work this out to the 23. It was Jeremy Chin that time up to make the stop. Third and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. A gain there of 16 yards. It'll be a Vikings first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Out of the gun, they give it to Jones. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. They'll come up to third and 3. To throw is Darnold. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. He's going to have that first down, gain of 6 as they convert on third down.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on third down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
A run. It's Jones. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Frankie Luvu there to make the play defensively. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Throwing, Darnold. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first down with Jones.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the give, it's Jones. Not much there, maybe a yard. From the gun, it's a run, and it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Here's Darnold. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson. And he's very close to a touchdown.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is 1st down and goal. They'll run it here with Jones. Good blocking, and he's in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. The kick is good. And the Vikings move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. The RPO, this one to McLaurin. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. Open man, left side, he's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Daniels now on first down. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They run. Eckler. Eckler, first down and more. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Daniels now going to look to throw. That's caught by Eckler. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he goes out of bounds at the 3, and from there it's going to be 1st and goal.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll run with Robinson. He slams it in there, and he is in. Brian Robinson, touchdown Commanders. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field. And finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Seibert out now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Commanders move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. To return, it's Brandon Powell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now, Darnold gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Now, a big 3rd down. Darnold to throw again. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Darnold to the air once more. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point, and after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
To the middle of the field, taken in by Addison. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
That's to the outside, and he's got Jefferson.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll put Addison in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Darnold to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. Now, on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side.
And after that completion, they don't have enough to move the chain, so it's all going to come down to this. If they want any opportunity to go down and kick themselves a field goal, they've got to convert here on this 4th down. They need their best play.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's taken in. And this is not going to do it. The defense comes through here in the final minute, and it may just be enough to get them a victory.
And it all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing, all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. So a win here on the road for the Commanders. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.